Back to Sonny. Now, this is the final area of the first game, and as I said last time, I was going to grind. So, if we go to our abilities, you can see that I am level 20. I have obtained Subversion, but I have also obtained Heroic Motivation. Why is this important? Well, it's important because Heroic Motivation can be used to de-spell myself or an ally. Now, as you can see, I have not handled my abilities just yet, but let's do that now. Breaking is just generally nice to have. Debuffing? Yeah, definitely. So if we go like this, I don't think I'll be needing these. Then we slot on Subversion. Subversion is going to be our main attack against Ignition. And then we're going to use Heroic Motivation as our other driving force. The problem here is that all of this takes up, actually, yeah, let's have 3, because in case he might use some spells that are a little more powerful than what I'm ready for. Let's actually have the regular attack just for the sake of having something that does not take focus. This might work. He is still a difficult boss fight, obviously, because he's a boss in the last arena. Now, if we are to look at our inventory, I have grinded up so that I have given Amber, the assassin, a full set of gear. I have also fought the paladin enough to gain a full set of his gear. Actually, almost 2 sets. But Qa'Rajh, being a combat medic, cannot gain benefits from any of the class-specific items that is in this zone, so he's more or less stuck with level 12 gear. Now, that's fine. Qa'Rajh is a support character, a very useful support character, but a support character nonetheless. I've not gathered all the equipment, as you saw, like Gilgas is still using the old set that I was using, and like Teko has leftover stuff that were basically like, I have bought him the primary weapon and the secondary weapon for his class, although Judgment could be used for any class if you wanted to. I've given the same weapon to Catelyn, but given her the gunslinger secondary house. That's basically what I've done. Right, let us try and fight Ignition. That's not so bad. Annoying, but not so bad. Alright, let's... So, the assassin, as you can see, has a very high damage output, but very low hit points. Where to the destroyer has high strength, not necessarily high speed, but has a good chunk of hit points. Now, I've specifically gone for a tanky build, so damage output might not be the greatest that you can get from a destroyer that is like this. If you went completely focusing on strength, you could absolutely build a more powerful destroyer. But I've decided to go for vitality and those hit points because I wanted the tankiness. So he's not done anything problematic yet. He has 2 abilities that we saw the first time we faced him. One is Fate, which he casts on an enemy, and they will die the next round. Just like that. No. However, if you are shielded from damage, and that is block, because there is something called intervention, which gives you a shield with a preset amount of hit points that it shields for. It also regenerates hit points, but that's beside the point. It's not so important here. Not even the fully upgraded intervention is enough to block the damage that Fate does. And Fate does damage in and around 8,000 to 9,000. So, yeah, it's not ever going to be enough. Block, which shields you completely from damage from a number of turns, but can be dispelled, does work. But the simplest solution is basically to have a character that has heroic motivation. So I could also cast Subversion on myself, and that would mean that the fire damage that I'm now taking, I would heal in the next round. It's a bit risky because if I were to cast it on myself, obviously I wouldn't take damage. But I would, if anyone tried to heal me, they would basically be killing me. Okay, so I think just basic attacks for now. So if the assassin uses their speed up bonus, you'll see Amber doing roughly around 4,000 damage. That's how powerful that speed up bonus with physical piercing is. So yeah, it pays off. There it is. That's the one. Shadow Blend, yeah. I don't believe that you can acquire that as a class assassin because all the abilities that you saw are basically the same for all classes. It's just a matter of which abilities you use using your stats. Now you can use magic with a 0 magic build, as I have, because they are always giving some sort of base effect. They're not purely based on your magic stat line. So she's gonna do a lot of damage, regardless of what kind of attack she does. If she does a smash or one of the more powerful attacks, obviously that's when it gets to the 4,000 range. But I think right now her standard attack with that increased speed will be in the 8,700s kind of range. It also depends on his armor, and that is a stat that I do not know. I could probably look it up, but let's not. Yeah, so that's a standard attack from Amber. Now, the question is he going to heal himself? Or is he going to go... Oh, didn't expect that to hit, because that's also a part of the speed that you become better at dodging. Yeah, let's give him the good old bonk. Oh. Well, Amber did the same, so that's kind of irrelevant. Might actually... Paradox, if you were to remove the fire from Amber, or from me, mostly from Amber, that would be great. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. So yeah, with 2 assassins, ignition is not a problem. But, let's see what he does. Oop, fate. Yeah, no. I could have killed him had I What? Why didn't I get to act? Oh, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. Well, he's going to die now because of her attacks. So if you want damage output, bring along an assassin as either your class. Ooh, Champion's Trophy. No, Champion's Trophy. Now you also see, because of our level, Ignition does not really give a lot in terms of experience because we've grinded up to a point where we're really overpowering these guys. Oh, that's a big chunk. What is this worth? 4,000! Ooh! Okay, let's buy some gear for the other classes. I could bring them along. Like, it would not be an issue to do that. even though they are much lower in level. They already have a preset of abilities, so you don't have to worry about what abilities they do, but getting more accustomed with them and learning what they do is definitely not a bad thing. Let's see, Gligas was missing a helmet, yeah? Who else was missing something? Catalin was missing the gunslinger leggings. I mean, we could also buy new gear for her. Striker's flip-flops are not exactly high level equipment, so what is Gligas wearing? Level 8, level 8, level 8, level 10, level 8. Well, I can't get his main weapon for him, but I can remove one of these white ones, so just because it looks neater with the... There we go. And no one can use that, so I'll just sell it. 128, that's good. Okay. These will be shorter bonus videos because the main storyline is over. So I'm not... Yes, you know what? Let's just see if this this loadout probably won't work on other bosses. So let's go back to abilities and plunk these off. Subversion is a very, very, very situational one. Okay, let's go for... We have break once. Can we have that twice? No, we can only have that once. I like bleeding because it gives them more damage and it makes... what else do we have? We have Shatterbolt. But I have no eyes piercing and I have 30% of my damage. Yeah, I have no magicka, so that's probably going to do nothing other than do the shatter effect. What else do we have? Suppression. A defensive ability is never a bad thing. I don't think I need to put Smash on because like it's not a bad move, but it costs a lot of focus. It gets better when you upgrade it, but yeah, no. So we got bleed. Wound. What is this? Blood focus. No, I do not want to use any ability that... Blood strike. Cost 5% of my total health. So this is like if you build a tanky build and have regeneration and as well as a healer in the group, you don't have to take Veridux, you could take one of the others. Using Blood Strike would be a very powerful move. Like, this one is not that powerful, it goes to your strength. And the cost is the same, so it's... yeah, I had hoped it was something that used your vitality as a weapon, but that is not. That's how I read it the first time, but that is not the case. What is this? This is basically like wound. It's gonna it's not gonna deal a lot of damage. Actually, let's bring one self debuff in, and let's take the next battle. Omen. Oh, what? The next unit's attack will be extra powerful, but this unit is also taking extra damage from all attack. This cannot be dispelled. So, with Omen, it's going to be a slog because he has 320,000 hit points. Amber has 408. That's for comparison. Now, he is at a slightly lower level than us. But how do you deal with extra damage like this? Well, it only lasts for one turn, and the best way to deal with that is very simple. You stop him from taking that turn, either breaking him, or if you could shield all three, that would be almost impossible. There is also a chance that with Amber's speed boost, if she had it on, that he could actually miss if you intended to hit her. let's go for the safe route. So that's the extra damage that she does, which means that this battle won't take nearly as long again. But this is bad, because I missed. So that's gonna hurt. Alright, well, maybe we can still do it. Now, yeah, so I'm dealing 0 damage with this one. Because, well, there isn't really much damage to do. Now, if you had done that in the first round, Amber, that would have been really nice. There's the speed boost. His basic attacks are pretty rough, so... But, so you can see if Amber's amplified damage was also to happen during his... Like, this is basically his only ability, other than a main attack. It's extra powerful, and he debuffs himself, like, from all things. Please hit. Thank you. Now, we don't have a healer with us now, but I do have the heroic motivation, so... Well, it would certainly help if I hit. And if I'm not broken, but, well, I am. Shielded, yep. So he does have it a bit more times than... if he targets me, we're basically done for. I cannot dispel him. Or even hit him. I should probably have upped my speed a bit, but I'm dead. Yep. Okay, well, now it's an auto battle because I don't control Amber's abilities. And I can't control Omen's. So, and Amber doesn't have any way of gaining her focus back. That's the downside to the assassin. She's dead. Oh, no. But she doesn't have any healing abilities. Shielding might actually work for this. Oh, well, she... Yeah, dead. Okay. Well, I will grind up for the next fight and make sure that I have the right abilities slotted for this. So in the next episode, we shall take on Omen. But until then, take care.